Breakfast with My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance.
The Kevin Bean Show. KROQ FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our Breakfast with My Chemical Romance. Welcome to that. We're in the hallway.
Morning. Morning, guys. Howdy, good morning.
Welcome.
You can all stand up, please. You can get pretty close. You can get a little closer than that. Put your hands together. Los Angeles, we are My Chemical Romance. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like the hearse you time again and again. We are so far from you. Just like the man surrounds you with cigarettes. Lives rob everyone you know. And what's worse is from every heart you play. And I pray you stay when I'm at home. Seeing world tonight. What's the worst that I can say? Well, things have been as I say. So long and good night. So long and good night. Game was time when every sun opportunities again. We are the very heart to soul. And what's the worst can take? From every heart, yeah, break. And I blame you stay. Well, I've been home 10. Sing it, sing it. Well, things have been as I say. So long and good night. So long and good night. We have to carry on this way. Well, things have been as I say. So long and good night. So long and good night. Can
Come on, how about that?
I don't know that I've ever seen a mosh pit at this hour of the morning. I really don't. That was unbelievable. Guys, welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for coming.
So Gerard, we tell all of these people just before you come in, that white line, if you cross it, we will kill you. Right? And then you took out the first 4 rows within 30 seconds of playing. I like that.
You don't really need to use that white line.
Oh, that's good advice. Well, we're here at a super secret location with the band My Chemical Romance, ladies and gentlemen, here on the world famous KROQ. If you're just joining us, You're 4 dates in now, I guess, for Project Revolution. How's it feel so far?
It feels amazing. Like, I think it's just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been a while since we've kind of been supporting, and that's really exciting. And it's just like a big fun tour with lots of bands and all of our friends. So.
When they asked you to join the tour, you, of course, were headlining everywhere.
Yeah.
What appealed to you about it?
I think because it's something we never did before, and we have a lot of respect for Linkin Park. They're an awesome band, and something new, you know. And they were like, and we have all your friends coming, so you got to say yes.
Okay. We did a breakfast show just like this with Linkin Park earlier this month, and we talked to them about putting Project Revolution together, and they said we had a wish list of the bands that we wanted to go out, and we never had to go to Plan B. Everyone we asked to come out with, it was like the perfect show in their mind.
Yeah.
So that's good times.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, I don't know. Like, usually it takes you a while to warm up on a tour, but like 4 days in, and it's already. It's like riding a bicycle, you know. So.
You knew when you recorded this album, this Welcome to the Black Parade album. I remember we had you guys in the day it came out back in October, and you said, guys, we're going to be on the road with this thing for a long, long time.
Yeah, we weren't lying.
You weren't lying. Is it living up to your expectations of taking this record out on the road and getting it in front of people?
Completely. What do you guys think, right? Yeah, completely. Like, you know, one of the most amazing things that happened when doing Black Parade is like we would get off a plane and be in a country we've never been before and see how we've affected a whole culture there, and that's an amazing feeling. And then just get to play to thousands of people all over the world and, you know, bring them something a little different.
Is the traveling part of it getting harder? Because it seems like it is for everyone else, and you guys do nothing but travel.
That's the work, you know. It's never the shows. The shows is like that's the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, you get to play every night, so that makes the 8-hour drive or the 12-hour flight or the 24-hour flight worth it. You know what I mean?
What's a 70-year-old guy working the security out at an airport in Budapest think when you guys walk in looking like you're looking?
I wonder how many drugs these guys got.
Yeah.
We actually just landed in Germany on the last tour. It was our first place we stopped, and they just searched me up and down. The guy's like, "You do drugs?" I'm like, "What does that even kind of mean?" Like,
Do I have any on me? No.
You know?
Leave me alone.
No.
Well, the band My Chemical Romance is here, a super secret location with a very small but enthusiastic group of fans. We're going to take a quick break and come back, and we'll go out into the audience and start asking for some of your questions for the band, because how often do you get a chance to talk to your favorite singers, right? That's what the Breakfast Series is all about. And we'll continue right after this on the world-famous KROQ.
It's a breakfast to go, Joe.
The Kevin and Bean Show's Breakfast with My Chemical Romance.
KROQ.
All right, we are back. It's Breakfast with My Chemical Romance, and the band is here. Ready to take some questions from the audience.
Lightning, you're out there in the crowd. Who do you have for us first today?
I'm Lita from Granada Hills.
Hi.
Hi. I guess my question is, the collaboration that you guys did with The Used for Under Pressure
Yeah.
was really great.
Thanks.
I was wondering if you guys had any upcoming collaborations planned?
No. Wait. No, not at all, actually. It's been a long time since we covered a song, too, but...
Is there someone that you would like to work with?
Lots of people. I'm blanking. Greg Dooley from the Afghan Wigs. That'd be pretty amazing.
We've definitely talked about Tom Waits.
Tom Waits, yeah.
Be rad.
Now, would you be comfortable at this point calling up some of those people that you admire and going, "Hey, I'm that guy in that band. Let's do something."
No.
We still prank people.
Yeah, we're still at that level where we just prank people.
All right, good question. Thank you very much. Who's next, Lightning?
Hey, I'm Sean from LA. First off, let me say you guys kicked ass on Saturday. Project
Thank you
Revolution.
so much.
Thank you.
My questions to you guys is, I know you guys just came back from Europe. What was the weirdest thing you guys seen in Europe?
All right. I think we saw some weird stuff. You probably... Oh, you did.
I had it was tied. There was a one-footed gypsy. And then she didn't want food for food or anything. She straight up was like, "Do you have any absinthe?" And then there was a fountain in Madrid that had 20 to 25 dead birds sacrificed around it.
Nice. Way to bring us down, man.
What you asked? Okay, sorry.
What city is the site of the worst gig you ever played?
We never had one of those.
I did.
Occasionally, yeah, he does have bad ones, but I never do. And Seriously, never happened.
No disasters yet.
Didn't you guys have a show where the electricity went out like
Yeah, but that was like the
fun,
best
though.
part.
And then everybody started singing
Like
along.
Warped Tour like 3 years ago, and then the power went out, so we just finished the song. It was like Head First for Halos, I think. We just finished it, so it's cool.
My Chemical Romance is here. Breakfast with on the Kevin and Bean Show on the world famous KROQ. Who wants to hear a little song called Teenagers?
Breakfast with My Chemical Romance. We'll take a quick break and come right back on KROQ.
KROQ. It's Kevin and Beans.
Breakfast.
You feel like a big breakfast machine with My Chemical Romance.
This is the Kevin and Bean Show on 106.7 KROQ. Breakfast with My Chemical Romance. All right, who's having the best time they've ever had in their life right now? What's it like to write those words in your room or wherever you're writing them, and then to see
parents' basement?
Your parents' basement, maybe that's the case. And then, like on a morning like this morning, you've got a dozen people in the front row who are 3 feet from you, screaming the words back to you in your face. What's that like?
That's one of the best parts. Like, it's the best feeling in the world. So, yeah, there's not a lot of things you could use as a metaphor to describe that. It's just something that feels amazing inside. So.
And when you go to foreign countries, they sing back to you in
Same
English.
words.
Same words.
It's amazing.
Do they know what they mean?
I think so.
Okay.
Lightning is in the audience in the super secret location. By the way, one of the smallest Breakfast With shows we've ever done. A very exclusive audience here this morning, probably less than 100 people or so. And Lightning, you got one of them. Who's with you?
We've got Andrew from Burbank.
Hey guys, I'm in a band that's heavily influenced by you guys' music.
Awesome.
So I wanted to know if you guys have any advice for up-and-coming bands.
Totally. We have, we have this thing we always talk about, and it's really simple. You play the music that you want to hear because you made it so you could hear it yourself. You get in a van. You never go home, and you do it because you love it. You stay honest. You stay sincere. Never do it for the money, and you're gonna be happy for the rest of your life. So.
Look at that.
You make it sound so simple.
Man, it is.
The simpler version is play from the heart and never be foolish.
Basically.
What
That's
happens?
the simple
What
version.
happens to the 99% of the bands that try to make it and don't? Are they violating one of those basic principles?
No,
They're
not
doing it for the wrong
necessarily.
reason, or
I don't know, man. I don't know.
no? I mean, the ones that try to do it, like you've described, and still don't make it.
I think they all make it in some way. Like bands that simply get in a van and tour forever. Like there's lots of stories about bands that have been around for sometimes. Like a band like Pulp in England's been around 17 years before they got big, and they just kept doing it.
No Doubt is another perfect
No
example.
Doubt,
They
yeah,
just
exactly.
kept doing it till it worked.
Yep.
I read several interviews that you were a big fan of Bruce Dickinson.
I was.
Iron
I
Maiden.
still
Still
am.
am?
Yeah.
What was that like for you, looking at him and saying, I want to do that?
I'm gonna have to do a lot of push-ups. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That guy's amazing. Like
Yeah.
he flies all over the stage still, and he's in his 50s, I think, right?
Is that what captured your attention as to want to be a lead singer?
When I was a kid, me and Mikey used to listen to Live After Death all the time, which is like one of the greatest live albums ever recorded. And
Iron Maiden.
yeah, Iron Maiden. It starts off with a Winston Churchill speech, and then they launch right into Aces High, which is about World War II, and it's phenomenal. And that was one of the first, I guess, audio experiences that made me want to be in a band, and then visual came later. But they were it.
Your parents probably weren't crazy about the Iron Maiden records in the house. Most parents aren't.
Well, they were. Remember the PMRC?
No kidding.
They weren't a part of that, but thank God. But when I was a kid, that was huge. PMRC was giant.
For folks who don't know,
Yeah.
that was the movement that led to records being labeled for obscenity and explicit language and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They didn't say you couldn't make them. They just said you had to label them. That's what it was.
So
You could write Tipper Gore.
yeah. So then she was the head one, and
Right.
my parents kind of watched TV and bought into that a little bit, and so they made it a little hard for me to get stuff like Slayer records, but they were pretty cool with Iron Maiden. So.
Speaking about your family, I read that your grandmother inspired your creativity in a way that no one else in your family kind of was able to do. How did she do that?
Because she herself was such an amazing artist. She was a sculptor, a painter. She could play the piano. She could sing. She was an amazing woman, and she kind of saw that I had an interest in that kind of thing, and just not forced me, but just kind of fostered that creativity.
Just
and,
gave you encouragement.
Yeah, she made me do it. And she's the one that made me play Peter Pan in the play. So.
We have her to thank for that.
That's the first applause for Peter Pan in maybe 40 years. I mean, really, that's quite a moment. All right, one more question, and then we'll hear another live song from the band My Chemical Romance. It's the Kevin and Beach Show on KROQ. Lightning is in the crowd with whom?
We've got Paul from Placentia. I understand you have a comic book coming out
I do.
soon. I was wondering if you could tell us about it.
It's really actually very hard to describe in a sentence. I guess it's a closet space alien, adopts 7 extraordinary maladjusted children, raises them really bad, and then dies of a heart attack. So it's a lot of fun, It's just been an amazing experience.
When does it come out?
September 19th.
You started out as an intern at
DC Comics.
DC Comics, right?
I did.
You were just copying?
I was a photocopy boy. Yeah.
Nice. And you just read everything and learned to love it while you were doing it.
Yeah, and it was really helpful to, every kind of art you do is really relative, and it was really helpful to photocopy all this stuff and see the stuff up close.
Right.
And it helped me become a better visual artist. So.
How long was it until you started thinking, I want to write my own?
We always try to start bands and stuff. We never really had a band, but it was right after 9/11, just as the story is,
Right.
That was the moment where I kind of turned my back on wanting to do art, and we started the band together.
All right, let me ask before we hear another song here, guys. From the other guys in the band, you have to tell Gerard that the comic book's good, but what do you really think? He's not here. He's not listening. What do you guys really think?
It's good.
All right. Breakfast with My Chemical Romance. MCR, everybody stand up. Here's another live number for you on KROQ.
Well, if you want this honesty, that's all you
Breakfast with My Chemical Romance. We'll take a quick break and come right back on the world famous KROQ.
KROQ. This is Breakfast. Kevin and Bean's Breakfast with My Chemical Romance.
We are back with our Breakfast with My Chemical Romance. More live music coming up.
Guys, we've noticed something about your fans here today. They crazy.
They are crazy, beautiful, smart, and awesome.
Today. Well, we've been talking to them for the last week and a half as we've been giving away tickets to the Breakfast with My Chemical Romance here on KROQ. And, you know, they're passionate, and I can tell you're passionate about what you do, and the band is passionate, and they bring it right back to you. Producer Lightning, you've got Ariel in the audience with you?
Oh, yeah, here she is.
Ariel, we talked to yesterday. She won one of the very last pair of tickets. Hey, Ariel, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. Now, tell the band what you told us on the radio yesterday about how My Chemical Romance has really made everyone around you miserable.
Oh, yeah. People hate me because I love you guys so much. It's, like, unbelievable.
Okay. Now, your mom and dad, when they put you on timeout or whatever it is they do with you.
Oh, yeah, they ground me. I can't talk about you because I talk about you so much.
They actually have to say she can't talk about the band. That's what they do as a
I've
form
gotten
of
kicked out
punishment.
of class for talking about you guys. Like, I'm just, like, it's really bad.
And Gerard, here's
Yes.
High five.
Here's one more thing: is when she goes to school, if anybody else has a folder or something with your picture on it, she will fight them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm, like, the only one.
Is there some kind of ownership issue? Or?
Because I just love you guys so much.
There's a fine line between passion and crazy.
Do you got a question? You know if you.
Oh, I have a question.
All right. What is
Can you kiss Frank like you did on Saturday?
Hell no. That ain't a command thing. That just happens.
That's the elephant in the room, though, and we didn't want to bring it up. But since it's out there, what happened when you kissed Frank on Saturday?
Magic, fireworks.
It was the
I was just getting even with him. Really? Yeah.
I don't think we want to know what he did to you. That
You
was
don't.
required.
You
Wow.
don't.
I
Just
think we
get
do.
even.
All right, Ariel, I'm glad you made it. Thanks. Let's meet, before we hear from the band again, let's hear, let's Mahesh. Where's my man Mahesh? Is he here?
Hey, how you doing, Gerard?
What's up, man?
Mahesh, what's your deal? Tell the guys what you got going on in your world.
I watched you guys on the Pieball tour, and I've been following you guys ever since.
Wow. So you saw us at the Troubadour.
Yeah, I saw you guys at the Troubadour. Saw you at the Avalon.
He told us he still got his ticket stub from that first show that he saw.
That's
Look at
amazing.
his license plate.
Those are real license plates?
My real license plate.
Were those hard to get?
Yeah,
or?
Frank, Mikey, and Ray signed this one, but
I'll hit
four
it.
left.
I'll hit it.
He doesn't want you to hit it, dude.
He's
I
got
had-
one license plate that says Black Parade, another that says My Chem.
That's amazing, man. Well, thanks for supporting us so long, dude. It means so much.
I had one question,
Sure.
though. I've been going to all your performances.
Okay.
And the last time I saw you guys play a Bullet song was at the Slims with Face to Face.
Oh.
And I saw you guys play one at the Halloween show, but I'm wondering if you might play one for us today.
Yo, Bob Breyer is going to knock you out. We haven't played a Bullet song in, forever.
Now we're talking about songs from the first record from folks who don't know.
It would be a nightmare. Seriously. Now they think we're about to play it. We can't. That's it. That's all we got for it. You know, we were talking on Project Rev about doing a Bullet song, but we didn't. We were busy doing our hair.
All right, how about another song from the band? Breakfast with My Chemical Romance, live on KROQ.
It rains. And it pours. And you don't want to make friends with anyone because the next day they might get their faces blown off.
we're meant for the flies. And right now, the building a coffin your size. Mama, we're all full of lies. Sing this with me. Well, mother, what the war did to my legs and to my tongue. I should have been a better son. If you can handle the infection, they can amputate and what you should have been. I gotta be the better when we go down. Blame us. Let the fire just leave us. Yeah, you need a shout out. Blame us. We'll never let you go. She said to wait a new sun of mine. But you're darling, gonna find a place for you and just your mind. Your manners when you go. And when you get to return to me, my love, that's right. We are gonna hell. Because it's really quite pleasant, except for the smell. Mama, we are gonna hell. If you would call me your sweetheart, I'd maybe then sing you a song. But then that I've done with that, you would cry out your eyes all alone. We're natural, watching and flaming fall. And if you can stay, then I'll show you the way to return from the ashes you call. We are carry on. We're the brothers in octagon. So raise your glass high for tomorrow. We dive in the time from the ashes you A surprise party for me. You shouldn't have.
Come on. If you're not here at breakfast with My Chemical Romance, you lose this morning. I'm sorry. This is the place to be.
Breakfast with My Chemical Romance. We'll take a quick break and come right back on the world famous KROQ.
It's Breakfast with My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance on the world famous KROQ. I know what we meant to ask these guys, and we forgot, is we had Joe Rogan on the show the other day. Joe, of course, popular actor. You see him on the TV.
All around good-looking guy.
Comedian. And he says, hey, you guys are doing Breakfast with My Chemical Romance? I think I'm related to those dudes. And I said, really? He said, well, that's what it says on my Wikipedia page. I don't know if it's true or not. So we promised him we'd ask to find out if there's any kind of relationship.
You know, I heard the same thing. Actually, he's me and Mikey's cousin. So.
No kidding. You really are related, huh? But you never met him.
No, I never met him.
I don't know, maybe...
Just adored him from afar, you know?
Maybe drop a dime, phone call, say hi.
Maybe, I don't know. It's probably hard to get his number, you know?
We have it.
Plus, he'll make you eat some kind of animal acid. You don't want to do that. That's true. It's not worth it.
All right, Lightning, who do you got for us?
Yeah, if I can get him to stop jumping up and down. We've got Tim Butler from Los Alamitos.
I have a two-part question. Do you like llamas, and what's your favorite animal?
Gazelles are my favorite. I've often felt that My Chemical Romance, if it were to embody an animal, it would be a gazelle.
Wait, why is that? And why is that?
What's that?
Why is that?
Because it's just running. Running from the predators. You know what I mean?
Now, you guys had mentioned before about touring with other bands and other bands that you admire. You mentioned Slayer earlier. Is it true that you opened for Slayer one time?
Oh, come on! We gotta talk about that!
I love this story. It's my favorite story.
All right, yeah.
People threw bottles of urine at you.
Yes.
You
know, Slayer...
My favorite thing about radio is they always ask questions they know the answer to.
Of course.
Yes! You notice?
I just want to hear you guys talk about getting seeds thrown at you.
Okay, let's see. Well, as I'm sure you know, if you ask anybody that's played before Slayer,
right,
that's not an easy band to play after as well. It's just as hard. So, I got some pee-pee. I slipped on a peach, It was a rad time.
Excellent.
It ended up, because of all that stuff happening, I think it ended up being one of the greatest shows we ever played.
Really?
It actually felt like we were in the basements again. Like we were just throwing things.
Well, it is a compliment in some cultures to have urine thrown at you. So maybe that's the way to look at it,
Well, it didn't feel like...
Have you guys ever had to record your songs for other markets in other languages?
No.
Because some bands will do that.
Although, I have been known to bust out I'm Not Okay in Spanish.
Is that right?
No kidding.
Yeah, but just the choruses,
Right, yeah.
It's no estoy bien over and over. I mean...
Well, the reason I bring it up is...
There's a do-it chant right now. Do it.
No. Can you speak a little Spanish for us?
Un poco.
Un poco. There you go. The reason I bring it up is one of the contests that we did this week for people to win tickets to be here at the Breakfast with My Chemical Romance is we had our intern, the Shaolin Robot.
I heard about this.
And we had her sing
in Cantonese?
Yes, some of your songs in Cantonese. And I just wanted to play a little bit of it.
Please
see if you can identify what My Chemical Romance song this is. This is a little game we called Cantonese Aroki on KROQ. Go ahead.
Not okay. Right?
Well, that's what it is. It's I'm Not Okay. You got it. You win tickets to My Chemical Romance. You can do it in Cantonese.
For the rest of my life. Tickets to My Chemical Romance.
All right. Any other questions, or are we going to go out with one more big number here?
I just want to mention again tonight, Project Revolution San Diego. If you're in the mood for a road trip, this will be a good night. And thanks to My Chemical Romance for coming out this morning. We totally appreciate it.
And don't forget, Gerard's new Dark Horse comic is called The Umbrella Academy. It comes out on Wednesday, September the 19th. You can get all the details at mychemicalromance.com. Thanks to Reprise Records and the band My Chem. One more song, and thanks to you, KROQ listeners, too.
If you could get me a drink of water, 'cause my lips are chapped and faded, call my Anne-Marie. Help her gather all my things and bury me in all my favorite colors, my sisters and my brothers still. I will not kiss you. Cause the hardest part of this is leaving you. Now turn away, 'cause I'm awful just to see, 'cause all my hair's abandoned, all my body, all my agony. Know that I will never agree, and baby, I'm just sorry from the chemo, but counting down the days to go. It just
Breakfast with My Chemical Romance. One more time for the guys.
KROQ, Kevin and Bean, mornings.
I think I'm gonna barf. Barf, 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 barf.
KROQ.
Got an article from USA Today. A new timeshare.